What is up, my fellow net dwellers? Couch Command here. We're doing another 5 amazing mods. For this video, we're looking at mods for the Game Pass version of Fallout 3. Make sure you sneak attack and incinerate that like button. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite mod was, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly modding content. Now let's jump into it. So this mod is known as the Demonized Type 3 Female Body by Demon. So it's D-I-M-O-N. I'm fairly sure it's supposed to be Demonized Type 3 Female Body Replacer, but, you know, punny, right? Get it? Demonized. Anyways, so once you've actually added it into your package manager, you can just come in here and activate it. You'll get an install screen like this. You click next here, and you can actually pick your different mod types or body types here as far as doing high definition, picking body hairstyles. And then you can also come in here and go ahead and pick a unique style for your raiders. Go ahead and click next. You can also, inside of this screen, decide to pick whether or not you want one of the alternative face types. You can also select to use some better quality maps and go ahead and install it. Go ahead and say yes to all. If the files already exist, you need to replace them. Now that it's activated, go ahead and close out of this, and you're going to enable the ESM, and you're good to go. You can go ahead and launch Fallout 3 here, or you can launch Fallout 3 normally, however you want to go about it. Now if we go ahead and load up my save game right before I entered the school. I think I might have already killed everyone. We'll see. Nope. So if we come in here, we go ahead and get rid of this raider real quick. You'll notice right there on her chest is the tattoo texture that we picked as far as the mod goes. Well, you'll have to take my word for it that the tattoo picture is the right, because, you know, I'm going to be blacking this out. But you also can go ahead and take the armor off, and you'll notice the whole lack of normal underwear options. So yeah, mod's up, working, doing what's intended. This is only a female body replacer mod, so if we go and kill a male, do the same thing. Looks like normal. Actually, somehow or another, he was gifted a t-shirt despite the fact he had nothing on before that. Anyway, so that's the Demonized Type 3 Female Body. So this next mod is the Train Pack mod by Neil. And basically the mod's only purpose is to replace the trains, which are normally, I want to say, like 548, with the possibility of doing 248 pixel trains. So you should notice a lot more detail in the roads and all that. Currently I have the mod installed. So this is what you're currently seeing with the roads. Let me go ahead and just save right here real quick. And for comparison's sake, I'm going to do a side-by-side with this exact same screenshot with the mod disabled. Currently mod's enabled. Here's the mod disabled. And there is the same train with the mod disabled. I think you can tell there's a lot less pitting and a lot less detail to the road. And it's not just for this road texture. You'll notice that for all the textures in general. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk of the textures have been upgraded. And you do have some different options as far as this train pack goes. I went with the 248, but if you're wanting to go with something a little leaner, they do have a 1024. And I want to say possibly like a 700 one. But that is the train pack. It is, honestly, it's one of the better ones I've liked as far as this mod grouping goes, because it does modernize that feel and give you a lot more detail to this very, very old game. Like, I mean, this thing is 14 plus years, I think, at this point. So a little bit of upgrades help it look a lot prettier. But yeah, that's the train pack by Neil. This mod is known as the Playthings mod. This mod will give you 2 companions if you can successfully complete it. The mod starts over at the Grand Silo. So you have to travel over to the Grand Silo in the far western side of the map. Once there, you'll get the continuation to go over and find the stranger. Why are you running from me, Moral Rat? Let's go. So you go over and you find this stranger over at Dusty Ranch. All right. So the next part of the quest is over here at the Dusty Ranch, which is to find the stranger. Oh, this thing really. All right, so next we gotta go narrow. So let's go see if we can't find him. I'm not sure what's the next quest. Okay, voice changes. That's supposed to be right around here. I'm page 32. She seems to really enjoy playthings. Christ. Do us a favor. No, you. What is it? What? That. You should help but you. You have information. Is this just a back and forth thing? I can't get any more information. Okay, how are you? I don't know. No. Oh.
All right.
Brooklyn's keyring. A letter to God, explosive needle cartridges, and Thomas Family Mosier. That sounds interesting. Let's go ahead and look at that gun real quick. Seek out the origins of the odd behavior. Ooh, I'm also overweight. Let's go ahead and drop something. Not enough. There we go. That should be plenty. Do I have that on the world map? So after you go and talk to all the people, you have to go to the Grand Silo, apparently. A little bit of back and forth. Bright side, you can quick travel between these two, and they unlock the locations right off the start. Ooh, I'm not there. Ooh, apparently that's weird. Did you see another shot there? Ridiculous. Is this actually doing anything? I don't think it's doing anything. Ooh. So eventually you actually figure out the place. Oh wait, come over here. This is basically the only area we can find time. Which is really the only chance you got this. I'm actually doing a lot of sense. Alright, there should be one thing left. And that should be everyone. I think. So make sure you come over to this guy here, and you go ahead and loot the grand side with a card. You go ahead and loot these guys too, blowing off them, like electro charges missiles. Let's go ahead and go through all the logs and see if anything happens. Mandy, Jessica, and Brooklyn. USA for never, treason season, and like the sun. These commands, these should unlock them as our followers. So let's go ahead and head back to the little shack area. So you have the two different ones. You can determine their outfits. You can modify them. You have a variety of interactive commands, but this is the essential playthings. You can also give them guns, and they will follow you around the wasteland. There are occasional bugs where you can potentially have them not follow you when you leave. For instance, what just happened there, you'll notice they didn't follow me out. But yeah, there are documented workarounds for it. And that is the Playthings mod. So normally I'd hold off until I actually had a few more guns than what I've currently got to show. However, this next mod is the NS weapon all-in-one. It adds about 11 guns to the game. However, when I say adds, it's a little iffy on the definition there. The add gets iffy because a couple of the model of the guns are just the suppressed or the scoped version of the original gun, or no scoped version. The ones I've gotten so far are the scoped hunting rifle, which just uses the scope off the 44 Magnum, basically. We have got the Soviet submachine gun, which uses 10mm, but it's the good old P90. And we've got the silenced 10mm submachine gun. In addition, you also have the 44 Magnum no-scoped, the 44 submachine gun, the automatic 308, the Chinese submachine gun that's not suppressed, a laser sniper rifle, a Soviet submachine gun, a Chinese automatic pistol, a unique suppressed hunting rifle, and a unique Soviet submachine gun. So there's 3 uniques out of it, so it really only adds like 8 classes of guns, but as anybody who knows who watch my content, I love guns. The more guns, the better. And anytime you get a mod that gives you quite a few mods for the game without you having to do anything or having to load a ton of extra ESMs where it's all in one, it's a good mod. But yeah, that is the NS weapons all in one. This last mod is the biggest mod I'm going to be talking about. This is the FOOK mod, which is basically the FOOK stands for Fallout Overhaul something or other. Here, I can actually get the description for you. Fallout Overhaul Kit. Anyway, so this is actually adding a crap load of textures, updates to your items, such as an N99 gun, updating textures. For instance, this is now Red Ryder BB gun versus a BB gun, a Smith & Wesson 32. It also retextures some of the maps, it retextures some of the enemies. You notice the enemy looks quite a bit better than one of the earlier models. But this mod is the biggest overhaul of the game. It is huge. And when I say huge, I'm talking about the main file. The BSA for this is at 1.5 gigabytes, I think. 1.6 gigabytes. Retextures, guns. It's a lot. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find any raiders to fight real quick. I think I already cleared this area earlier, so I don't know if I'm going to find... Oh, that was creepy.
What? You're right. I'll try.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've already killed everybody in here. So yeah, I mean, FOOK is a great mod because it actually updates the graphics, it upgrades the textures. Let's go ahead and wait for a little bit and just... Let's go ahead and wait for a little bit and just see what it looks like in the day when we can actually see a little better. You'll notice how some of these textures, as far as like the road goes, are going to be from my original. However, a lot of these character overhaul textures, as far as face and all that, are from FOOK. The gun overhaul, if you're looking at the shotgun in my hand, it looks a lot better than the original shotgun. I can go ahead and... Here's the 10mm. The Shanxi C96. And the Smith & Wesson 32. Right. So that's with FOOK. Let's go ahead and look at the same guns without it, and I have a feeling you'll be able to see the difference there. But it's, again, it's a full retexture. They've also added stuff to different areas. It's massive. It is very much an overhaul of Fallout 3 to try to make it a more modern and playable game. But yeah, let's go ahead and show you what these textures look like for without Fluke. So that's just the textures difference, the naming difference without Fluke. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. So Fluke is also designed to add 2 additional buttons, which is a button to let you sprint and a button to let you throw grenades. However, those 2 buttons depend on the Fallout script extender, which does not work for the Windows version, which means the Game Pass version doesn't work, which means those 2 quick buttons won't work in this game. So I'm just answering that because I know a lot of people are going to want those options, and I'm sorry, it's just... there's not much I can do when the script extenders doesn't support this version. So I almost forgot, Fluke actually has a hot menu, which was my mistake, where you can set all of your Fluke options to default. You can set night vision options as far as this stuff goes. Explosive breaching options as far as being able to actually explosively breach doors. Heavy weapon handicaps. DLC options, backpedaling. And even more, such as the World and Neighborhood Improvement Kit. Wank options, apparently. Disable tools of the trade. Remove Pip-Boy glove. Disable street lights. Yeah, there's a variety of stuff you can do with it. To actually utilize that mod, you're going to go ahead and go into your Pip-Boy. You're going down to the Fluke Hot Menu 2. And that's only in apparel, it looks like. Let me double check for you. Yeah. So that's only in apparel, but that, you want to queue it up to an actual hot menu location. And when you do that, you'll be able to use the hot menu and be able to set these additional options for Fluke. So it's not just the textures. It's, as I said, it just adds a ton of stuff. I still highly recommend it. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any suggestions on other games or mods that you'd like to see on the channel, please message me on Twitter at CouchCommand, that's CouchCMD, or feel free to hit me up in my Discord, links up at the top of my channel page. Don't forget to use VATS to critical strike that like button. Make sure you tell me in the comments what your favorite mod was, and subscribe to the channel for more weekly modding content. This was CouchCommand. You all have a good night, a great tomorrow, and an amazing rest of the week. I'll see you next time.